dear South City Community Schools and parents. I'm Ruby De La Torre, and this is Korean De La Torre, my sister. We're here to give you some tips. To start off, make sure students, you guys are doing your schoolwork. If you guys don't know, if you guys do or don't have, be checking your emails and Google Classroom. If you guys have any questions on how to do something, there will be virtual win times where you can talk to your teachers and ask them for help. If you're having any sort of problem with your Chromebooks or any technical problems, we're always still here to help you. Just make sure to call in advance so you receive that help. And you can call this number, 402-412-2899. So yeah, if you have any problems, just make sure to call so they can help you.
Now Ruby's going to talk to you guys about census.
The census is conducted every 10 years, and it's extremely important to count every person that lives in your household. Your parents, your siblings, not your pets, not your grandparents that come to visit, just the people who live in your household. This money, the money given to us by the government, is used for free lunches, for our streets, for our roads, and for anything that is governmental help-wise. So make sure to fill it out.
Now we have a special guest, Lisa Bai, and she's going to be giving us a mental moment, and she's a therapist.
Hi, I'm Lisa Bai from Heartland Counseling. I'm the elementary therapist in the South Sioux City School District. And tonight I'd like to talk with you a little bit about how to talk with your kids about the coronavirus. And should we be talking to them? And if so, well, what do we tell them? So first I'd like to say it's an incredible time for all of us. And we all feel some anxiety about what's going on. And so I would suggest the first thing is to recognize your own anxiety and fears about what's going on in the world today. And if you are feeling a moment of panic, it's probably not the best time for you to talk with your children. But if you can find a time when you're feeling pretty good and pretty settled, then I would suggest that you do talk with your children about the virus. Don't be afraid to talk with them about it. They already know we're out of school. They know that that things all around their community, those things are changing, and they've probably seen people in masks or gloves. So it's important to talk with them so that they are reassured that that we are doing everything we can to prevent the spread of COVID-19. So initially, I would say you set the tone. So select a time when you're not feeling a lot of stress, and you can be open and honest with your child. And so what you'd like to do is to take the information that you hear on the news or the information that you have and give them some accurate and honest information. And really the goal of talking with them about it is to help them feel informed. And that's way more reassuring to hear the facts from their parents than to hear what their friends are talking about or what they might be wondering about or thinking about. So you want to make sure that you are being developmentally appropriate. So don't use a lot of big words if they don't understand them. Try to break it down and only give them the information that is pertinent to their life. Okay, so you don't need to go into all of the statistics, all of that sort of thing, but you can just explain that it's a virus that's very dangerous for a lot of different people. You want to be honest and clear and answer what questions your child has. Now, you may not have all the answers, and that's okay. Just explain to them that this is what we know right now, and fill them in at another time when we have more information. So it might be a conversation by asking them what they already know about COVID-19 or the coronavirus. That will help you get a sense of what kind of things that they're hearing from their friends, what kind of things they're seeing on the internet, just so you have an idea so that you can make sure that you have the accurate information to give them. Because you want to make sure that you are doing everything you can so that they can avoid unnecessary fears. So obviously there's a lot to be afraid of at this time in our lives, However, there are a lot of myths and a lot of rumors going around, and we want to make sure that they aren't holding on to a lot of fears that are unnecessary. And so you really want to be reassuring with your children and make sure that they are aware of exactly how the virus is spread through coughing, through touching objects that have been contaminated by someone who has the virus. And then talk with them about the precautions that you are taking as an adult to protect yourself, such as washing your hands, sanitizing your area, not going to places with a lot of people, and help encourage them to do some of those same things. So you want to make sure that they're washing their hands every time they come in from playing, or every time they eat, or if they sneeze or something like that. You want to make sure that they too are following some good habits of hygiene to do our best to prevent the spread of this. As I talked about last week, we developed a schedule last week, and it's really important to have some kind of routine or schedule. No one really likes to live in uncertainty, and so having a schedule or a routine helps your children be able to relax because they know what's coming next. They know what they do in the afternoons. They know what they do in the mornings. Because their time is somewhat structured, even though you may not have a lot maybe of homework to do, you can do some free reading or things like that to add into their schedule. It's also important to keep them on a good sleep schedule. It's tempting as parents to just let them go to sleep when they get tired, but maintaining those sleep schedules is really important for their mental health as well as their physical health. And so allowing them to go to bed about the same time that they would go to bed during school time and getting up at the same time. So if they like to stay up late at night and sleep in until noon, that's probably not a good practice because we are going to be quarantined or social distancing for quite some time. So I think it's important to get them on a good sleep schedule. And then finally, I would say just to keep talking with them. So we get new news every day. Things change in the nation with regard to COVID-19. And let them know that you might not have the answers, but as soon as you do have some of the answers, that you will fill them in when there are new developments with what's taking place in our nation with the virus and with the precautions that we can all take. So I hope this helps you give you a little bit of structure and helps you talk with your kids, because I think it is important for them to know what you're doing to prevent the spread, to know that you are doing everything you can to keep yourself and them safe during this time. So keep those lines of communication open. If you have concerns about your child or yourself and need someone to talk to, you can feel free to call Heartland Counseling. We are still taking new patients. So anytime that that is something that you would like to do, please give us a call. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.
So to recap, make sure to do your schoolwork, ask for help, and fill out your census, and help your parents. Maybe they don't even know what the census is.
And make sure to communicate, because we can't really help if we don't know that you guys need help. Make sure to email your teachers if you have questions on anything. Even call the office if you have any other types of questions.
And there are free lunches at Cardinal, Covington, and Dakota City from 10 to 12:30 on Mondays and Thursdays. And that's all we have for you guys. Have a great day, and as always, go Cards!